But then in the editing room, I start thinking about the meaning of the scene, each scene, and what it tells me. So, I can do that over and over again because you can play as many times as you want, and that's the chance, or that's the process of editing, and the more discoveries you can make in the editing, the better the movie becomes.
Right.
Yeah.
A question on shooting. Like, when do you decide to start shooting something, and when do you decide to stop? Like, obviously, you're with Yamasan for so long, right? And you can't be like turning on and all the time and just get 70 hours. Like, you'll be getting hundreds and thousands of hours.
To stop is sometimes like I stop shooting when I'm tired, when I'm sleepy, or it's a good question, but I do it rather like as a I think my instinct tells me like when to start and when to stop. But actually, in many times I make mistakes. Oh. Like I stop shooting and then I hear, oh,
very interesting stuff happened. I should have shot that.
That happens a lot actually.
Yeah. So, but I think it's a balance and control. Like if you have that all the time, you'll be dealing with 600 or many hundreds of hours of footage in campaign or mental, right? And then you'll be having a nightmare trying to edit it.
Well, actually. But the reason of campaign was only like 60 hours is because the campaign itself was only 2 weeks.
Oh, right, 2 weeks.
I was not able to shoot longer, so that was a part of the reasons that I had only 60 hours of footage.
Okay.
Right. When I was with Yamasan, I was rolling all the time. And with the mental, the reason was, there were not many people who agreed to be in the film.
Right. Oh, so you just basically when they are there, you stop to respect them. It's not that you cut them out or whatnot. It's when they walk by, you stop.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. Oh, okay.
And there were many days where I couldn't film anything at all. Because there was nobody who agreed to be.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so it was not very productive in terms of shooting.
Right.
When I was.
But that's the only way to do it, like with their permission, and if that's the rule, and then you have to work with it.
Yeah, and as long as I get permission, I roll the camera all the time.
Right. I see.
Yeah, and with the theater, because. I didn't have that kind of hardships or restrictions. I was able to shoot freely.
How long were you shooting? How many days were you shooting in the theater?
I haven't counted yet, but I don't know. It was a long.
2-3 months.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Right, 600 hours. Yeah, that's a lot of hours.
300.
300. Yeah. So final question, Soda. Yeah. So what kind of equipment are you using and to shoot your film? And for new filmmakers, what would your advice to them be?
Well,
when they shoot the film.
I use Sony's HDV camera, and it's very good. And I've shot 3 movies with that, and still functioning well and very durable. And
Which model did you use?
Z1.
Z1. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And when it first appear in the market, I bought it right away. So it's like a 3 years old or 4 years old, something like that. But still, it's really working well. And I like it because it doesn't HDV format doesn't require so much storage of the for the editing, and it's still HD and it looks cool. It looks very sharp.
Yeah, and for sound, you don't mic your subject, right? You use the shotgun mic or you use something.
It depends.
Depends. Yeah, depends on the scene.
When I have when
it's more static,
around,
you can. Sorry, when it's more static, you can mic or put a mic on the table or something to get better sound.
Right. It really depends. It really depends. Yeah.
Right. And final question: what advice would you give documentary, like people who wants to make the documentary and try it or make a better doc or whatever?
Yeah. Well, observation is the key, I think. We are so kind of caught up with meanings or messages or what you want to convey, even before you shoot, or even before you talk to the subject, and but that's not very exciting for documentary. Documentary, you need to listen, you need to look, and you need to kind of be open to the world you're facing, and try to observe, and appreciate what's going on, in front of you, and take it from there. That's the most important thing, I think.
Right, and I guess take it from your own heart, right? You can't really always be thinking about what your audience like and whatnot. It's what interesting to you, and then shoot it. And then I guess when you go into the editing room, go through the same process of trying to find a point of view or finding the logic in it.
Right. Yeah. For me, it's impossible for me to know what kind of reaction I get from the audience, because sometimes I show what I did to my wife, and she gives me totally unexpected reactions, to my film, which tells me that even the most closest person, the reaction I can't really predict.
Yeah, right.
So how can you predict audience reaction? It's impossible, actually, and that's my feeling. So the only way you can do is that listen to yourself and see yourself as the audience, the only audience, while making it. And I always ask myself, is it interesting? Is it interesting? And that's the only thing I know. And later on, when you release the film, you get all kinds of reactions, and that's most of them are very unexpected, and that I like that.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Soda, for doing an interview with me.
Sure. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for doing that.